Welcome back to the Braeden YouTube channel. On this episode, James undeadlies the brakes.
So if you think what we've done up until now is redneck, this is going to take the cake.
All right, so we've done some stuff since the last race, but not a whole lot. And I've done some things, and some things have been done on the car since my last video. So I'll get you caught up on that. It's not a whole lot, but moving forward, it's probably just going to be a lot of work and kind of like time lapses. We've got a lot to get done in a very short amount of time, so I'll probably cut into like just time lapses and voiceovers type thing. But first, my Accord is now my work car. For some reason, I use this instead of my truck. I don't know why. I don't know. So what we got to do is get this turbo on that car. It's our old turbo with a new Bezos Racing manifold. So what we're going to do is get this on the car, and I'll explain that when we're in there. Oh, God. Old motor. Mock-up motor. So this engine is empty. Set that down. This is just an empty engine. Two of us lowered this thing in here by hand super easily. There's literally nothing in it. Empty trans. It has a diff in it. No crank, no pistons, no cam. It has valves that didn't come out very well. So anyway, what we're going to do is use this as a mock-up, and Dino is going to come over and weld us up an exhaust. That is why I have that. So he's going to make us a custom downpipe, and then from there we have a Speed Factory 3-inch. It's technically a catback, but it's a straight pipe, straight out the back. We're not going to run a muffler. Obviously no cat. This is a race car. It's not a street car. And then Dino is going to take the car next Friday, weld it all up, and from there we'll get the car back and we will have the engine and transmission ready to go. Hey James, how's that trans going?
Going great.
Trans is going great. So is the engine. I don't have any of the parts. When the car leaves to go to Dino's, we will work on getting the engine and transmission finalized and getting it ready to go back in the car. And then when it comes back, we'll take this boat anchor out of it and put it in there. And then he will take the exhaust, finish it up over the next couple of days while we fiddle around with other stuff. And then we'll have the exhaust ready to put in and everything should be good to go. We don't have a whole terrible amount of work to do. But what we're going to try to get done tonight is I'm going to get that on there. James is fooling around with the steering wheel. He got a new hub for us. And then we have this spot back here where the Scion shit rocked us. And what we need to do is get this thing back on the floor and get it hooked up to a tree and a 1-ton truck and give this a couple of little yanks towards the back to straighten things out. You know, the Champ Car way. And then James got some brackets and stuff I'm going to have him explain to you because I have honestly no idea what's going on with these calipers and brackets. And then after that, we'll just dive into work and probably cut into voiceovers. This has been all over the place. Hope you're keeping up.
I did 23T brackets instead of 25T brackets.
People know what that means.
Yes.
Okay. Basically what happened was, I think James just jumped in and correct me if I'm wrong, but basically the bracket we had before was a little bit wider than this one in this area, and it sat out too far. So this outer pad had the ability, if worn all the way down, to actually come out of there, because we've been over this a couple of times. 2004 Mini Cooper base rotor, and then the caliper was a 95 Accord EX V6 caliper, and then these pads were 07 TSX pads, but this caliper is now what?
The caliper is the same. The bracket's from like a Legend GS.
Yeah, sorry, the caliper, this guy. This stayed the same, but this bracket is from a Legend GS.
Legend GS.
Okay.
And a bunch of other stuff.
So we have 4 different cars making up our pseudo big brake kit here, and this car stops like no other. It's actually pretty impressive.
It's sweet.
So, and then to complement all that, if somebody for some reason takes that info and makes their own brakes, you need to go with a 1-inch master cylinder off of an Integra GSR with ABS, right?
I don't think it matters.
I think they all came with ABS.
Yeah.
Either way, Integra GSR 1-inch master cylinder is what you need. So that is how you do a big brake kit. And I guess while we're at it, on the back are what? The brackets are called what?
I forget where the brackets are from, but they replaced the backing plate for the drum, and then you can just bolt a Civic SI caliper.
So
Rotor, everything.
So this is basically Civic SI rears.
Yep.
And then pseudo big brake kit up front and Integra GSR master cylinder. Nice. All right, Dan's here. So what we're gonna try to do is get this thing on the floor. I gotta get this in here quickly. He's got to finish up what he was doing, and then we need to get this thing on the floor, get it on the trailer. You can hear squeaking around out there, and we're gonna get it over to give it a couple tugs and straighten the right side of this thing out. So we got to get to work.
We know the lug nuts are on backwards. We're good.
All right, so we're closing up shop at the Champ shop, and we're heading over to Dan's house. And over there, we're gonna show you how to align a Champ car. This all goes back to the title episode, or the title on these videos, where you see me say, if you think what we've done up until
now is redneck,
this may take that cake. Okay. There we go. Wasn't too horrifying. I don't know about you, but it's almost like this never happened. Dent in the trunk lid.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little, it's almost like a little mini spoiler.
That's free arrow right there. And that concludes the day.